Dustin with TechMD. That's tech-md.com. Today we're doing a new phone, Droid Turbo here. It's a pretty slick phone. It's actually pretty awesome. Today, we're just replacing the whole LCD. We're not going to be doing the glass repair today. Alright, so I've actually never been into this phone, so it's going to be probably just like any other Droid phone, difficult. So I'm assuming I'm going to be getting in from this edge here. So we're going to start digging in here. Yep, there's the clips. Okay, great. I'm going to take a plastic tool. Yeah, let's turn it off actually. Okay. Just going to go all around here. Gotta watch out for the volume buttons here, just like the Moto X. Hopefully they learned their lesson and not glued it on like the Moto X. Nope, they didn't learn their lesson. They just decided to glue this thing on. That's nice of them. The reason why we're making these repair videos, we're going to be repairing every phone out there, and we're just demonstrating to customers how really difficult it really is, and also to help future techs do these repairs. We are franchising. If you want to go to our website, like I said, it's tech-md.com. It shows you all the franchising info that you need if you want to get started as a tech. We're going US-wide right now. Currently we have 4 locations. Get nice and warm here. A little under hot to the touch. That should loosen the glue up so we can get in there. Still pretty glued on. Loosened up some of it. Alright, that's nice and hot. There we go, back is off. Decided to turn itself on. Okay, looks like there are T5 screws here. Looks like there's something here. Let's see here. That's the microphone. Okay, so take our T5. No, that's not my T5. Flathead. T5. Use a lot of pressure, downward pressure, because the T5 screws, especially on the Motorola, love to strip. And if you strip it in this, it's going to be really fun to remove a stripped screw. Got 4 screws down here. Looks like this piece might come off. This starts to look a lot like the Moto X. Not quite. Let's take this piece off and see. All right. Let's pull out the battery so that one don't turn on anymore. That would be nice. Okay. This is clipped in, it looks like. There we go. The piece comes off just clipped in. Really good. Okay, yeah, this looks almost identical to Model X. There's some slight differences. So this battery looks like it's going to be just glued on to the board, which the board's coming right up, so I might be able to just pull it out without taking out the battery. That'd be nice. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I bet there's a SIM card right here. Yep. Pull the SIM card out. Now we're loose. Okay, there's the screen right there. Pull off the captain's tape. Unloosen that. Just going to salvage this for the next one here. It's pretty straightforward. Now we got to put this onto that screen here. Okay, so what we want to do is salvage this LCD if possible in the future for glass repair. That'd be great. We'll find out here. I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to start getting to work on the LCD here. So what I'm going to do is warm this up to temp. Temp is about hot to the touch. If you go too hot, then you can start burning the LCD. This one should be able to be done with local bonding, just like the XT1080 and the Model X. You can do local bonding because it doesn't have a backlight, which is really handy. Alright, let's start digging in. Really tough glass here. Okay, so I'm going to heat this back up, as it took quite some time to get into it, to start digging. slowly picking this off here. This reminds me very similar of the Droid Ultra. We're really careful with this display. They're thin, so you don't want to do too much pressure. You want to make sure the heat is still applied. Save the big pieces for later. Go for the smaller pieces first. Make sure you get the little pieces out of the way. You only got a big piece, then have fun. Won't be easy. Hopefully it breaks in smaller pieces. Now this is really time consuming, a lot more time consuming than the Galaxies.
Okay.
What?
Battery.
Oh, it's dead? So make sure to just clean any excess glue. I think this is all excess. Pretty thick here. You want your new glass to stick to this as good as possible. So just get it really clean. Any little bump can cause it to not sit flush. You don't want that. Do one final cleaning here. I'm just going to take a microfiber rag that I buy from Costco and just clean it up. That way it has a nice clean edge when it glues to here. Okay, so now go ahead and get the glue out. Put a little glue on my tool here and spread it. When this is done, I have the customer put this under pressure for 2 hours to ensure that it has enough clamping pressure. Pressure would be anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds of weight, like a case of water or a book and a 10-pound dumbbell, something like that. It's enough pressure. Also, I like to tape it down on top to ensure that it stays and it doesn't fall apart while they're putting this under pressure. You want to get a very thin coat on this because Gorilla Glue expands. Always buy the Gorilla Glue that works with glass and plastic. Okay, it's pretty well spread. Still fell a few more pieces I'm cleaning off. There we go. Now we just set it in the frame. Line it up. Seems to be lining up just perfectly. Okay. Be careful because it's kind of loose in there right now with that Gorilla Glue. So make sure you don't accidentally crush anything. Okay, so we're going to put this back on. It's always fun to connect. It's not the easiest thing to connect here. Kind of have to rotate a little bit. Then we connected it. Put our tape back on it. Where the connection ensures that it still stays. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, we got that all in. Put our SIM card reader back in. I don't know if I did that the correct way, so try this way. There we go. Make sure your glass is still sitting flush. Mine is sitting very flush. If it's not sitting flush, then you probably have too much junk still in there. I want to get rid of that. Put this piece back on. Put this piece back on. Careful now. This needs a clipping action. You don't want to break that new screen. Just hold on to it. Make sure I'm still flush while I'm clipping that in. At least it's less screws than the 1080. Hate that phone. No thank you, Droid Ultra. Okay, so we want to make sure the back still has a good adhesive on it and stuck to it properly. So what I'm going to do is just reheat this ever so slightly, just the adhesive. Obviously not too much because there's a battery right there. Just enough to give it some good sticking action. Come on in, please. I'll be right back. I'm turning this on. Just got done removing the rest of the glass. Just kind of a fast forward. You get the general idea about picking off the glass here. It's pretty basic. It's the same thing as the Samsung. You want to watch out for that cord right there. You don't want to slice it, obviously. And then if you didn't buy the housing and you bought the whole assembly, you want to make sure you recover the frame here. So just carefully, pick off this glass here. Any excess glass. And that way you don't break the LCD coming out if you want to salvage that. And obviously when you're putting a new one in. So it looks like it just pops out with no effort. Wasn't really glued on. It was just glued on the side. So that's that. And then we'll make a video later to attempt to do glass repair on this, and then you just can watch the rest to assemble it. Okay, so we're just going to get this frame cleaned up. A lot of picking and cleaning. Just picking off the old glue. That way we can glue it back down. Today I'm going to use Gorilla Glue to glue it back down, as they use some kind of factory glue and not adhesive. Well, I guess it's still considered adhesive, but liquid glue. You can see this glue is pretty tough, so Gorilla Glue will make a good substitute. If you don't want to have to go through this process, I'd recommend buying one with a frame, but unfortunately there's significantly more money with the frame. I think they're like $40 or $30 more. Very critical to make sure you clean off this old glass for obvious reasons. Okay, let's run 2 tests here. We're going to first test the news screen, since it's so much effort to put it in and take it apart. Go ahead and just plug it in here. Don't need to do the captain's tape or anything. Close that. Be very careful about that. Those are very fragile. Battery got stuck. Okay, and then we're going to turn on the unit, which the power button is right here. Oh, and make sure you plug in the battery. There we go. So we're going to turn on the unit. I think it's this one here. Oh, actually, it's this one. There we go. Looks good. Okay, and then we're just going to test that broken screen just in case. I broke it. I don't think I broke it, but we're going to test it just in case. Okay. There's the power button. We'll give it a good reset. Some phones do it, some phones don't. There we go. Looks like it did not break it. That's good. Now the harder part will be gluing this on together. No. Cool. Looks like it works. No discolorations. I don't know if the touch will work here right now with all this glue on it. I guess we can try it real quick. Come on. Oh, good. Yeah. Obviously, it's not going to work very good, but it's working. Okay, now time to assemble this bad boy. Get the customer on his way. Cool. That was really, really cool. Okay, next step. We gotta glue this on. Peel this all off. Okay, set that aside. We're gonna get some of the good old Gorilla Glue here. Just double check one more time. See some excess glue. Okay, so here's the next important part that you want to do. You want to take off this plastic piece. Check your seals. Make sure it's sitting flush, which it is. Okay, now we want to make sure that Gorilla Glue is going to sit down properly with this new LCD. So we're going to take some adhesive. Tape it right here on one corner really tight. Obviously you don't want to break your screen, not too tight. And then once again, make sure you have the customer. Put it under pressure for 2 hours. About 10 pounds of pressure is good enough. so that Gorilla Glue has time to glue down the new assembly. If they don't have time to do it, you can always tell them they can take their chances with the tape, and if the tape doesn't hold up, they have to come back in. You have to re-glue it, so prefer to do under pressure. And that's really it. That's the Droid Turbo, everyone. All right, thank you.